Hey fans, welcome in to another season of Panther football here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network, YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Glad that you have tuned in on this Friday night, and we've got a lot to get to here on the Panther pregame show, as we have done for a couple of years. A lot of folks to talk to, and it's the second season of the Coach's Challenge. We'll get to that coming up here in just a few moments. We're going to talk to, of course, head coach Josh Brooks. But the first person we're going to be talking to is the head soccer coach, Coach Matt Kolosnik. Come on over. We'll sit down and talk with you for a few moments.
Hey, George, how you doing?
Of course, we'll have you in the Coach's Challenge coming up here in just a few.
Awesome.
You guys have really had a fantastic season so far. You're 4-2, had a win on Wednesday night. Give us kind of a recap of how things have gone so far.
Well, it's actually been a pretty good start. We had a mixture of different opponents. Our first match was against Rabun Gap, and I purposely scheduled them. They ended the last year as the number 32 ranked team in the country. So to open up against a team like that is also a great way to kind of have a measuring stick to see where we're at. We actually lost 2-0, 2-0 in that match, and you don't like to lose at all, but when you go up against an opponent like that, we learned a lot. And from there, we're able to kind of build. We've actually played Blue Ridge a couple times. We beat them 9-0 one game and 3-0 another game. And this last week has really been a good time to build. Actually, last week we did play Watauga High School. Watauga is a 4A, really high quality school when it comes to soccer. Lost another match 2-0 there. So I like to mix our opponents, go against some of the big guns as well as try to take what we've learned from those matches and go against some other teams that maybe aren't quite as large and that kind of thing. So this week has been excellent. I believe on Monday we were able to see a little bit of what we can do against a team like Swain, and we beat them 10-1, which if you compare to what some other teams in our conference have done to them, the other teams have beaten them by a goal. So it's not it doesn't always carry over, but you like to see that when there is a comparison that we can kind of show what we can do, and I think other teams in the conference are also aware of what we've done as far as scoring some goals. We played Wednesday this week, and we just played Polk, and we beat them 5-0. So that was a good quality win, and we've been really unloading some shots. I've been really happy. We've changed our alignment a bit this year, and that's gone a long way as far as being a little more offensive. I think having some more opportunities on goal scoring opportunities, and that's just been, we were seeing that translate over. Of course, it takes a little bit of time at the beginning of the season to get that to work in, but I think we're well on our way if we could continue this.
Well, you've got a big one coming up on Tuesday night, a game that we'll have here on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. You're hosting Hendersonville, and you told me before we came on, we've never beaten Hendersonville. That's a surprising stat.
It really is. Hendersonville, they're from a couple seasons ago is when we moved up to 3A from 2A. We moved down to 2A at one point, and Hendersonville was in that conference, which I believe football and all the other sports have had to deal with Hendersonville too. They're just really a juggernaut in sports. We have never, looking back in our history of when we played Hendersonville, and prior to even me, we have not beaten Hendersonville, and it just blew my mind. And so we are hopeful that we can take what we've learned, and I really feel confident in the group of guys that we have there. They have just really excelled, and I'm just really happy and pleased with the way they move forward. So if we can take that confidence into our match next week against them, I believe we can definitely, hopefully, be that first team to do it. As a coach, you want to be hopeful. I'm also very measured when it comes to that, but I've seen what kind of talent we have this season, the way they're gelling, and I really believe we have a good shot at maybe being that first team to do it. So we're hopeful for that.
Maybe some history made on Tuesday night. And fans, if you're not able to come out, of course you can tune in here. Coach, it's great to talk to you as always, to get a season recap so far. We'll catch you down the road. We've got the Coach's Challenge with you coming up here in just a few moments.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.
Welcome back, fans, as we get you set for kickoff tonight on the Panther Pregame Show. George Young back with you, and as you can tell, we are joined by Becca Brooks, the varsity volleyball coach and the first mom of football, of course. And, Coach, you've had a pretty good season so far.
Yes, sir.
Off to a tremendous start. Kind of take us through the season, in your opinion, so far, and you've got a busy week coming up next week.
Yes, sir. It's been a great summer. We had a great turnout. The girls have pretty much been all in, which has been great. We've had a couple of non-conference games, and then conference kicked off pretty early this year. And so far, so good. Just had some good competition, which has been great, even in our non-conference play. But both JV and varsity has excelled through some different challenges and actually kind of been on top on those. The effort has been astronomical. The girls have been so fun to be around. It's just been a blast so far.
I talked about a busy week. You've got 3 games next week.
3 in a row.
You got 1 home game, so as an opportunity on
Yes.
Tuesday, fans, to come out to the Panther Den and watch you girls play another conference foe in
Yes.
North Henderson. That's Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday and Thursday, a couple of road games.
Couple
Talk
on the
about those.
road. So on the schedule, it does say a Labor Day game. Robbinsville had to switch that game, so we bumped that game to Wednesday. So don't travel to Robbinsville on Labor Day. Take the day off. So yeah, North Henderson's going to be very tough competition. They're right up in their 1-2 spot. A lot of girls back from last year, so that will be pretty tough for us. But we like to accept the challenge. So that'll be Tuesday in the Den, and then we'll go to Robbinsville on Wednesday, and then just slightly over the hill on Thursday at Smoky. So hopefully you can come out and watch these ladies compete.
And our first broadcast, by the way, on FPSN is September 19th.
Awesome. Perfect.
In about 2 weeks or so, we'll have some volleyball for you here on YouTube and Facebook. All right, we're going to return for the second year, the Coaches Challenge here on the Panther Pregame Show. And guess what? You're the reigning champion.
Woohoo! Yes! All right. Now I get to rub that in some people's faces.
Yes.
But I got to withhold it. So whatever we got today.
Welcome back as we get you set for kickoff tonight on the Panther Pregame Show. George Young back with you, and we're joined now by Jay Brooks. Jay, good to see you. Football season, best time of the year. You guys off to a 2-0 start. Offensive line playing well. Really, both lines of scrimmage playing well for you guys this year.
Yeah, we've had 2 good games against 2 quality opponents, I feel like, and got a really good group there up front, offensively and defensive line, and it's really come together well. Starting each year, you don't ever know really what you're going to have and who can do what, because kids are a year older don't mean they're a year better.
Yeah.
But I'm extremely excited where we're at right now, and going here into tonight's game, we got another starter back in Maddox Waldrop, so add a little bit more fuel to our fire, I hope.
You know, one thing that a lot of folks don't understand is the off-season preparation, and you guys lost 2 seasons basically of off-season preparations, the spring and then over the summer because of the COVID pandemic, and you guys have all of that this year. Did that help you guys on the lines of scrimmage, you think?
Well, absolutely. Being able to spend the whole summer in the weight room and also the spring for all these guys that weren't playing another sport, I think that we made tremendous gains. And then all of the workouts that we did on the field this summer, you can work from A and work your way towards Z, getting ready for that first game. So I think we made tremendous strides.
Welcome back, fans. Counting you down to kickoff tonight of Franklin and Swain coming up at 7:30 here on FPSN. George Young back with you, joined now by the athletic director here at Franklin High. Of course, Matt Bradley wears a different hat on Friday night. He's the defensive coordinator. And your defense is really shining brightly early on here in the 2022 campaign, only giving up 14 points total. Actually, what is yeah, that's right, 14 points. Gave up a touchdown to Murphy, and then last week against Cherokee. So you can't do much better than that.
Yeah, it's the kids have played really hard. They've bought in up front. They're playing assignment football, which is what our defense is about. Everybody do their job, and I just hope it continues. It's been a good week this week, so hopefully it will.
Tonight, of course, you'll face Swain, known for the veer, fear the veer. That's their calling card. In preparation for the veer defensively, what are the keys and what do you guys focus on?
So they're a little bit different this year. It's gun, so it's split back gun instead of split back veer. It's still a triple option look. You just have to, again, play really assignment detailed. We call it that we're going to predetermine. That way they know where they're going every time, and if everybody does their job, usually it works out. They'll always throw a wrinkle, and historically Swain's good at that, throwing a wrinkle to take somebody's read away, etc. But just we got to play hard, man.
Yeah. Assignment football, right?
Assignment football.
Well, Coach, as always, it's a pleasure to catch up with you, talk some defense, talk Panther athletics, and briefly, because we're going to get to the Coach's Challenge. Yep. Coach, of course, the athletic season has been underway for a long time. You started school this week, so it was kind of an anomaly, but this is the first year kind of we're back to normal.
Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness. Jeez. Yeah, no, it is. It's good. You've seen it. So 2 nights ago at the soccer game, lots of fans, both sides. It was great. Volleyball gym's been packed, loud. It's been awesome. And if that continues, it kind of started last basketball season, getting it full. And if that continues, it should literally be standing room only by the winter, which is awesome.
Well, Coach, appreciate it.
We're coming for everyone this year.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panther football.
Yes,
Complete.
But it's good to just go out there and win.
Welcome back, fans, as we get you set for kickoff tonight. Franklin and Swain. George Young back with you. Now joined by the head man. There he is, Josh Brooks of the Panthers. Coach, first time we talked to you here in the 2022 season, but you guys are 2-0 heading into tonight. You've had 2 tough road games, and maybe the biggest opponent in those 2 road games has been the weather.
Yeah, to say the least. We try to arrive about 2 hours and 15 minutes before game time. So for 2 weeks, we've had over a 3-hour layover, and I think our kids have handled it great. I think it's a sign of the leadership with 17 seniors and their focus and commitment to what we're trying to accomplish, because they've handled it really well. But to say that that's a challenge would be an understatement. But I love what our team's done. I love the attitude of our team, and I look forward to watching them compete tonight.
Yeah, and fans, if you haven't kept up with the Panthers the past couple of weeks, lightning delays is what Coach is talking about, both at Murphy and at Cherokee last week. Over an hour and a half lightning delay. You can play in the rain, just can't play in the lightning, and they've got those automated lightning sensors that if one strikes within about 10 miles, they have to clear the stadium, and that happened 2 weeks in a row. Your defense, you knew coming in, lines of scrimmage really were going to be your strong suit. Your defense has really stood tall in both games, Coach.
Well, we forced 7 turnovers. We've only given up 2 touchdowns with our defense. They've been outstanding, to say the least. We knew our strength would be in our front 7 on both sides. That's come to be true. We've got to continue to build and get better in our secondary and out wide on offense. And the defense will be exposed to what the offense does. But offensively, I've got to do a better job of throwing the ball a few more times and getting Davis a few more runs, Braden Watts more runs to take a little pressure off of Ty Hanley. But back to the defense, just super proud of the effort, proud of the way we've forced turnovers, the way that we've defended the end zone and had that bend but don't break mentality, and just done an outstanding job. And anytime you're playing that good a defense, you're going to be in it at the end, and that's all we can ask for with a chance to win it.
Tonight it's Swain, Fear the Veer, but I've been told that maybe they are opening up a little bit.
Well, they're in the shotgun about 95% of the time, but it's still a lot of the same stuff. It's an inside dive fake with an option by the quarterback with another back coming around, sometimes without a tight end. And so for the normal Swain that everybody's used to, it is a little more spread out. But it's a very physical football team. They've got a new head coach. They seem to be energized. They're 1-1, but very easily could have been 2-0 as well. And I got a lot of respect for what they've accomplished and what they've done over there in a short period of time. We've played two physical teams in Murphy and Cherokee, two solid teams. I think it'll prepare us for tonight's game with Swain, but we'll have to play well and play very well on both sides of the ball to get it done tonight.
Well, Coach, as always, appreciate it. We've got the Coach's Challenge, so don't go anywhere. Coming up here in just a few. Stay with us. Fans, welcome back. It's time for the Coach's Challenge, the second year of the Coach's Challenge here on the Panther Pregame Show. We've got 6 questions, and we're going to be asking our panel of coaches some great, really tough questions this week. So let's get started. But
Let's do it.
I want to warn you,
Oh, no.
these questions we've got today are tough. They are very, very tough. So
Don't say that.
let's get started.
Okay.
First question of 6.
Okay.
Name the 2 sports that American football evolved from that were popular in other parts of the world. And there's actually 2 correct answers. You'll get a point for each correct answer. What you think?
Rugby,
Ding.
soccer.
Perfect.
Perfect. We'll take it.
Correct answer.
Rugby and soccer.
He knew that right off the bat. 2 sports that American football evolved from that were popular in other places in the world.
Soccer and rugby.
That's right.
Rugby.
That's correct.
I don't know. I'll say soccer.
That's right.
Okay, point each one. Definitely know rugby is one of those.
That's right.
I'm hoping, just knowing the history of the sport I coach, soccer.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, question 2.
Okay.
40 all in tennis is also known as what?
Love.
Deuce.
Dang it.
Love.
That's a popular answer, but no, it's deuce. Deuce.
I was just watching the U.S. Open last night. Daggone it.
40 love. Love
Deuce.
40. Oh, deuce. Yeah, God. Dang
Deuce.
Love.
Deuce.
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 Okay.
That'd be deuce.
That's right.
Deuce.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I love tennis too. Not as good at tennis as I was on the court.
Name the sport, and you should hopefully get this one right. Name the sport that volleyball was derived from.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
I told you they were tough.
That it basically originated
Yes.
from.
I didn't know this one. This one's very tough.
This is hard, but I'm just gonna come out and say tennis
Close.
or like badminton.
Badminton.
Okay,
That's
I can
it.
handle that.
That's
Okay.
it. We'll give you half a
Okay.
point for that.
And if it means me winning, I get it. Okay. Okay.
We need the Jeopardy music.
Badminton.
Ah, that's it. That's it. Badminton.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we'll go with pass.
Badminton
That's right.
with a net.
I'm going back and forth. It's either tennis or badminton. I'm not sure. Gosh. I go badminton because of some of the rules. The way
That's
that
right.
works. Is
That's
it?
right. No, you're right.
Okay.
You are perfect so far.
Oh, don't jinx things here, George.
We're
I'm
halfway
telling you.
through. We're halfway through. All right. Question 4.
Okay.
There are more or less than 200,000 inches in 3.1 miles. Is it less or more?
Inches.
Inches. 200,000.
200,000. Well, I really am not good at math, but so I'm just gonna say less.
That's correct.
Okay.
Less.
I'm a good guesser.
By the way, that it equals 3.1 miles equals 196,416 inches.
Okay.
Just under 200,000.
More.
It's actually less. 196,000 and change inches. And whoever figured that out,
More. Less.
actually less.
Yeah.
It's less. 196,000 and change.
It's more.
It's actually less. It's 196,416.
You know, I teach science, and now I've got to sit there in my head and try to figure this out. I know I don't have the time to do that. If I get this wrong, it's really going to look bad as a science teacher, isn't it? I'm just going to take a shot on it. I'm going to say less.
That's right. That is right.
That was pure luck.
In fact, it's 196,416 inches.
Wow. Okay.
Exactly. Question 5. A traditional soccer ball is constructed of how many panels?
Ooh.
The red and black panels on there. How many are there?
6.
More than that.
8.
32.
Oh my gosh.
A lot.
Oh, so individual squares.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get
panels.
that.
Yeah.
Six.
A little more. 32 actually.
Holy smokes, okay.
Panels themselves.
Man, you guys put some thought into this stuff.
Those they were tough.
Let's go with 101.
That's a little more than the answer. 32
No.
is the correct answer. Panels.
Oh my gosh. That's a great question. How many? I'm shot in the dark here. 35.
Close. 32.
Oh God.
32.
A traditional soccer ball.
traditional
Of
soccer
course, we
ball.
have some different soccer balls now. Oh, it's in the 30s. I know that. That's a tough one. I'm gonna say 32. Does that sound right?
That's right.
30.
That is
Okay.
correct. You're batting 1,000.
Wow,
Final question.
That was a pure guess too. I'll just tell you.
I think he's lying, folks.
Oh no.
I think he knows more than he's putting on.
Okay.
Final question.
Okay.
You won the first ever FPSN Coaches Challenge. We just talked
Yep.
about that. Now, who was it that finished second?
Matt Bradley. Was it? Oh.
No, your husband.
Oh, even better.
Yeah,
It
you
is
can.
on. Okay, I
Right.
thought Matt, because was it the second to last one? I thought we were super close, but even better.
Yeah.
We need to make like a crown or a trophy.
Well, that's what we're going to ask you guys watching, actually.
Okay.
What should we give our reigning champion?
Or
What type of
our
prize?
trip somewhere would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
but
if somebody would like to donate a trip, that would
that
be
would
great.
be awesome. We'll take anything.
You got an Airbnb somewhere, preferably
It would
the
just
beach.
probably have to be like March when we're done coaching, so or next summer. But
Final question. Your wife won last year's Coaches Challenge. You may have known that. I don't know.
Yeah. I've been reminded a few times too. So
Who finished second?
me.
That's it. He got that one right. That's awesome. Final question. Becca Brooks won the first ever season of the Coaches Challenge. Here at
Yeah,
the
good
FPSN.
for her.
Who was it to finish second?
Josh?
That's right. Josh Brooks. You know,
Matt Bradley.
your brother.
Oh, what a coincidence! Hey, but Becca's probably always been in front of Josh, so we'll just take it like that.
Definitely wasn't me. Let's see. I'm gonna go with. I'll go with Jay Brooks. Is it him?
His brother,
Oh, okay.
Josh Brooks.
If I said Brooks, would that have worked? I guess I could have said that, and maybe
Yeah,
I
we-
could have.
yeah, well,
yeah,
they
you got to be
look
more
like each other.
specific than that.
They
so.
do look like each other, so
Yeah, that's true.
could have confused them.
Okay,
Coach,
okay.
that was pretty good.
All right. Well, listen. I think if I recall, I won the very first coaches
I
challenge
do
last
believe
year,
that is correct. Yeah.
and I didn't win any others. So I'm hoping to do a little bit better this year. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. I'm curious to see if Becca actually gets that answer correct, because I'm sure she probably will get that last one, because she's probably rubbing it into
You would think,
Josh. I would think so, but that's okay.
Coach. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, George. Appreciate it.
All right, fans, that's going to wrap things up for the Panther pregame show and the Coach's Challenge. But we got more to come from the stadium. Byron McClure, Mike Wood going to join me right after this.
And a pleasant good evening. Welcome to the Panther Pit as we get set for non-conference high school football. It's the Swain County Maroon Devils and the Franklin Panthers on what has turned out to be a pretty decent evening here at the Pit. I'm George Young alongside Byron McClure. I say a pretty decent evening because it actually started raining about 5 minutes ago. Just a light shower. It looks like it is heading on out of here. We'll be set for kickoff in about 6 minutes or so, and it should be dry for the kickoff. The Panthers are 2-0. The Swain County Maroon Devils come in at 1-1, a heartbreaker last Friday night against the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Let's talk about that Cherokee game, Byron. It was a slobber knocker, one of those old-fashioned mountain rival slobber knockers, as both teams were grounded and pounded. And I'm going to hold that thought because I do believe we have the toss of the coin. Let's head down to the field. And we don't have the microphone on the referee, as I just realized Mike Wood is up here in the booth with us.
All right,
so
Swain,
there's
the
mic.
visiting team today. Here's the coin. That's tails. That's heads, and tails. What's your call?
Tails.
Tails is the call. It is a head. Franklin, you've won the toss. What would you like? Franklin's elected to defer until the second half. You guys want the ball. Which way you want to kick? Away from the clock?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Swain, you guys are here with me. One first half option. They elected to receive. Gentlemen, shake hands. Let's have a great.
So the Panthers win the toss. They defer to the second half, and they will be kicking off to Swain County, who will receive in the west end zone. Byron McClure, George Young here with you on FPSN. And
We're
George,
trying to get Mike all hooked up here.
Yeah.
His receiver is on mute, which is not a good thing. But as I was saying, as we're going to head down for the toss of the coin, they got a little ahead of us there. Last Friday night against the Cherokee Braves, 14-12 was the final, and that was kind of deceptive, Byron.
Yeah, it was. Let me first say, George, man, so awesome to be back on the air with you guys and this amazing FPSN crew. I'm beginning to think that we have something to do with the weather. It's beautiful all week long. We get to Friday night. You and I and Mike tried to go to Murphy, lightning delay, Cherokee, lightning delay, and we show up here at the Panther Pit tonight, and we've got some raindrops. We finally did get down to football action last week in Cherokee, and it was an incredible game. One that I think takeaways for me, George, number one, a lot of squandered opportunities, probably by both squads in terms of scoring the football. But the good news was that for both teams, when their backs were against the wall, they made big plays. Cherokee seemingly out of it there at the end of the game, fourth quarter. They get a kickoff return and then turnover on downs and score to make it very interesting. And then the Panthers do two things that really stood out to me. One, the obvious one was we made a 2-point conversion stop at the goal line. Braden Watts with a big hit to keep the Cherokee player out of the end zone so we could escape out of there with a 14-12 win. But if you watch that game, the most impressive thing to me took place in the second half, and that was Franklin held the football for over a quarter. I believe it was a how many play drive?
25 plays and over 13 minutes as you see the Panthers come onto the field. An unbelievable possession for the Panthers, the longest possession of Josh Brooks's career, he said, this week. 25 plays and 13 and change on the clock. That's unbelievable.
If you're an opposing football team, that's like death by 1,000 needles, right? I mean, you just can't get the football back, and you think, man, when are they going to make a mistake? When are we going to get fourth down territory? And the thing about it is, we just kept chipping away, and largely a big part of that, of course, was Ty Hanley, who posted his second consecutive 150-yard-plus week.
I believe we do have Mike Wood now on the sidelines. Mike, you with us?
Yeah, George, heading down, had a little technical difficulties to start the night.
Well, you know, it's Murphy's Law. They say that you can get everything ready, and then when it's go time, something goes wrong. That's what happened to your receiver. We got you all set up, and now you can hear us, and you can talk to us. And me and Byron have been talking about last Friday night, since you couldn't hear us, against the Cherokee Braves. The Panthers come out victorious 14-12. And this week the theme has been physicality, hasn't it, Mike?
Boy, it has. You know, the theme of the week, we hear over the hill a little bit that Franklin's a little soft. So the kids hear that. They're ready to go tonight. I look for some good inside, tough defensive line, offensive line football tonight.
Band is heading off the field. Panthers are set to kick it away to the Swain County Maroon Devils. And we are ready to get this one underway. As we mentioned, the light shower that we had, looks like, Philip, it's not raining anymore. So you may be able to take your position at your camera, which was out in the elements. We brought it back in.
You know, George, as we await this kickoff, the one thing I will tell you, and I think Mike will agree to this, physicality usually is a part of any Franklin Swain football game.
Daniel Riddle has teed it up. And he approaches the football. Going to be a short kick, angled at about the 30 and gathered in at about the 25. And he's loose. Big kickoff return for the Swain County Maroon Devils into Panther territory. Goes Kellen McCullough. He's a sophomore. And that's going to set up the Maroon Devils and Coach Sherman Holt in great field position to begin this ball game. Sherman Holt, first year at the helm, taking over for Coach Blankenship. Sherman Holt comes calling from Tuscola. That's where he was last year, and he played at Appalachian State. And he has made some tweaks to that Fear the Veer offense. It's going to look similar but different as they work mainly out of the shotgun, but a lot of misdirection in the backfield.
Number 5, Reese Winchester, quarterback.
It's going to be Winchester who will settle in the gun for the Maroon Devils. He hands up the middle. For a couple of yards goes Josh Collins. Make it a little more than a couple. Make it 8 for Josh Collins. He is across the 40 to the 38. It'll bring up second and short now for the Maroon Devils.
Guys, first thing I notice as Dawson Plouffe steps up, makes the tackle right there. Very noticeable that number 15, Ty Hanley, not on the field defensively.
Second down and a long one. We'll call it 2 for the Maroon Devils. As Winchester settles in the gun. Got a hand to Collins once again. Got to push it far side. He's got the first down in traffic. And slung down at about the 30-yard line by Daniel Inslee. And that'll move the sticks for the Maroon Devils.
Nice tackle by Daniel Inslee. Daniel's got to be a big part of this defense, guys. He is very athletic, very quick, very good at getting to spaces that sometimes we can't get to, out wide, and great. He's great when a scheme is to get at the quarterback. Great blitzer.
First and 10, actually marked at the 32. And again, it goes to Collins right up the middle. A big hole for Collins. Upended at the 20-yard line. Gain of around 12 yards for Josh Collins, the junior for Coach Holt. And that's going to move the Maroon Devils into the red zone right at the 20-yard line.
Mike, are we getting trapped up front? It's hard to tell from this angle.
Yeah, definitely we are. Pretty big open hole there running. Ran wide first time, coming back in the middle. I think that's where the game's going to end up there. Our big 57, Jacob Gibson, pounded in there in the middle.
1st and 10 for the Maroon Devils. Anna Collins once again. That time he's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage by a host of Panthers.
Led by Jacob Gibson.
Maybe a gain of a yard. They'll say officially a yard for Josh Collins. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Our fantastic on-screen scoreboard this year brought to you by Parkdale Mills Plant number 24, the largest private employer in Rabun County, and they offer real living wages and benefits. They're hiring now. Find out more online, parkdalemills.com, and select Plant 24 in Raven Gap, Georgia. 9:30 left. The clock starts to tick as it's 2nd down and 9. Fake to Collins. Winchester, big hole, fumbles it.
We got it.
And looks like the Panthers recovered, and they did.
Man.
Picking up that fumble was Clayton Ginn. Inside the 10, they'll mark it at the 9, the first turnover for either team in this one.
Man, what an opportunity here for the Panthers. As you see the runner just fighting for yards and really maybe a strip, left-handed strip there from, who was that on the tackle? That's Gabe Nickerson. Heads-up play by Gabe Nickerson, pops it up in the air, and Clayton Gwynn there to recover.
We have a flag.
Sportsmanlike conduct against the coach, 15-yard penalty.
That was against Coach Holt and the Maroon Devils sideline.
Boy, that's tough right there. You're marching down the field. You get a great field position, fumble, and then unsportsmanlike. All of a sudden, you've given the ball up on the 22-yard line. That's tough.
On 26, as the Panthers start their opening possession after the turnover. Anders, hands, fumble. Fight for it. And it looks like the Panthers recovered the fumble, and they do, for a loss of a couple. Back to the 21-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, that was number 77, senior Drew Mason, that jumped on that ball.
Big-time play right there.
I heard you say tie, not on defense. I was talking to the defensive line coach, Jared Greenwood, and we don't have anybody going both ways tonight, which will keep us fresh.
2nd and 12. Davis Anders under center, the signal caller for Coach Brooks. Hands to Handley. And Ty able to get about 4 yards up to the 25-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long. They'll mark it up at the 26. It'll be 3rd down and about 8.
Yeah, Woody, I hear you, but as this game wears on, if it's the slobberknocker it's set up to be, I'd be curious to see if we don't see some of those guys trickling in a little bit on big-time plays.
Definitely, I hear you.
On 3rd down. Anders drops in the pocket. Fires incomplete as he was trying to hit his back out of the backfield, and Braden Watts. That'll bring up 4th down and a punting unit.
Worked on that play real hard this week in practice. Coach wanted the ball delivered a little quicker to Watts, and then also wanted Big Bo, number 16, to come a little flatter across the field on the drag. Put a lot of time in on that this week.
And that one was a little tough, but now Davis had quite a bit of pressure right there too. If we went back and looked at that, what was so surprising last week about Davis, he had some down the field passes that were just tremendous. The one in front of you and I, George, to Bo Paulson inside the hash,
dropped it
down
in
there. Oh, it was a beautiful pass.
Back to punt. Ashton Shope. He gets it out of there. Going to hit at the 50 and take a Swain roll into Panther territory, and they'll down it at about the 47.
How in the world did that not get blocked, Mike?
Thanks to number 14 chipping that guy coming in. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Happens quick down here, but if he doesn't get a shot on him, he tackles the punter.
Second offensive possession for the Swain County Maroon Devils. If you just joined us, 7:53 left, and If you did just join us, or you've been with us for the entirety, we did have a brief shower, and it did cut a couple of our cameras off as we had to move them to cover, but we're getting them back into position. We'll have different camera angles for you throughout. Collins with it. Again, Collins. Pinball in his way. He will not go down. Collins inside the 20 to the 19.
Boy, heck of a run by the young man there. Just took the whole field with him.
Well, we talked about that in the pregame, Mike, about physicality.
Yeah, he definitely didn't want to go down, and I know you guys saw it. You know, we were scrapping, trying to get the ball out. Big run by Swain there. We need to tighten up here, defense.
7:30 left. Opening quarter. Collins gets the call once again. Gains a few.
And you know the offense that Swain runs, a shotgun veer, as we call it, the old guys, you know, and this week in practice really worked on reading keys. You can't guess against it. You know, you got to have your key. And like I think we talked in the early part, they have assignment football, one for the quarterback and one for the pitch guy. So it can't be any guessing tonight.
Reese Winchester, quarterback for the Maroon Devils, in the gun, hands to Collins once again. Well, he almost stole it back from Collins, did Winchester, and he was able to gain maybe a yard, we'll say a half a yard. 3rd and long coming up for the Maroon Devils.
And you know what makes it tough, Mike? If you're having success running the football the way they're running in that system, what happens is the defensive line, and this is, you know, I've watched this a couple plays, a lot of our guys are standing up, head on a swivel, trying to figure out where that football's going, right? You become pretty ineffective standing up at the line of scrimmage, playing against a line the size of Swain. They're as big as we are up front.
Sure, it's a good battle down there tonight.
3rd and 7.
Get him.
Collins
Yeah,
stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. Watson there, along with Riddle or Ensley. And that's going to bring up a 4th and long, and most likely the offense stays out.
Big Gabe Nickerson, number 47 there, junior, filled the gap really nice on that play.
And it looks like we have figured something out here in the last couple of plays, guys. We're getting gashed there for a few plays, but those gaps are closing down, a little bit harder for Collins to get to. I will tell you, watch that kid play different sports over the years. He is a tough kid.
4th down. Winchester grabs the snap. Heaves one back. Jump ball at the goal line, incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Ben Waldrop didn't even know he was over there. Actually, the football, which was hung up a little bit, brought him back to it, but timed it very well. I've said a million times, Ben Waldrop makes 110% of his effort out there, and that is a great play, guys. We're watching that on replay right now, Mike Wood. It's a great play.
Yeah, old Ben, I root for him like crazy. Like you said, he tries 110% all the time.
Second possession, pretty much at the same location that the Panthers received the fumble. 5:13 left at the 17 of their very own. It's Davis Sanders under center with that split backfield. And goes to Watts in the scrum. Watts up to about the 20-yard line. Say a gain of about 3 yards.
So far unable to get a push up front.
2nd down and 7.
It is good to see big number 65, Maddox Waldrop, back on the football field.
Hey, man, I saw him pushing some weight the other day up at Bigger, Faster, Stronger. Pretty strong young man.
Love to see him out there.
Hanley is pushed back after a gain of a yard.
And nothing coming easy for the Panthers.
And Hanley going to check himself out. May have re-injured that shoulder as he got dinged up in that Cherokee game and missed about the whole second quarter, but came back in the second half and contributed immensely. Had an interception and Also over 150 yards on the ground.
Do you know that was his other shoulder? I didn't quite hear everything he said, but it was his other shoulder. He had 2 shoulders.
3rd and 6. Anders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Complete at the 30. That'll be a first down for the Panthers as Clayton Ginn goes to a knee, catches it, falls forward to the 30. That'll move the sticks.
Well, everybody in the stadium on this side likes that play because it's a first down. I like it because we need Clayton Gwynn catching the football and getting comfortable with catching the football.
3:38, clock ticks.
Davis Anders, good footwork there and got to release the ball really quick.
Throws it between the hashes really good, Mike.
Go, Daniel.
Daniel Riddle to about the 39, going to be close to a Panther first down.
Daniel Lindsley there on the run.
Well, gain 9 officially for the Panthers. So we approach 3 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Glad that you're with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. If you have not already, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page. 2:50 left. Clock ticks. First down for the Panthers and then a fumble. And the Maroon Devils have recovered the Braden Watts fumble.
Byron, that's twice. Is the mesh not there? I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell from here either. It seemed like he had that secure. Let's see. Yeah, he's got it. I think. Who is that? 22 coming in from the right side. I think he punches it out. This is a better angle right here.
Blake Sane.
I think he just got a hand on it.
Because, you know, he had him back up a little bit this week as opposed to the last week's game on the line of scrimmage. He was pretty tight behind Anders. Maybe the timing may be a little different.
Solid point.
Turnover for the Panthers. Both teams have a fumble lost in this one.
Squeeze! Squeeze!
Yeah, that's a great point for sure, Mike. Sounds like a real quarterback. Us linemen just, we never got to touch football. We're figuring out why you all would drop it in the first place.
Josiah Glaspie on the carry for the Maroon Devils. Gain 6 does Glaspie down to the 37-yard line. 2nd and 4 coming up. 4.
Well, you know, those coaches, they coach up hard, man. It's fun to watch the kids get better week by week.
Approaching 2 minutes left in a fast-moving first quarter. Winchester in the gun, going to hand to Collins.
Hit him.
And Collins will pick up the first down for the Maroon Devils to the 32.
You know, it's so funny. I had some folks out of Bronson City try to tell me a month or two ago, I don't know, man, it's going to be a rough year for us. This is not a bad football team Swain County's got on the field, guys. They can do what Swain County loves doing, that's run the football. So far, they're very effective at it.
From the film study I watched, they should have beat Smoky.
Yeah,
no doubt. No doubt. It was similar to what happened with Franklin and Cherokee. It was a comfortable lead, and then there was a kick return. And that opened the door for Smoky Mountain. Winchester pitches late. Trying to turn the corner, able to get a couple. And we did lose a referee, Gabe Lilliard, on the carry. He grabbed the pitch from Winchester. And I think a first down marker or a down marker on the far side is bent like crazy. I may have to get a new one here at the break.
Is. Yes, it is.
It is almost a question mark. Bent. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Minute 15 left as Lilliard went out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Fake the handoff to Collins. Winchester takes off. And he's going to be 2 yards shy of the line to gain. 3rd down and short as we tick under 60 seconds left in the opening quarter.
One thing about it, guys, Franklin Panther football games haven't been lasting too long this year, have they?
Clock has been ticking.
Clock's been ticking when we have it. And really, the 2 teams we played have run it quite a bit, Mike.
Yeah, but they haven't started until 9:30.
That is true. That is very true. We do have a dark cloud hanging out in the right end zone, and hopefully it stays away. We don't like dark clouds. 3rd and 2. Collins.
Bam!
Wow.
No. It was a fake to everybody out.
Wow.
And he's going to pick up the first down.
Guys, I'm still looking here on the left side of the field wondering what went on. Somehow the pigskin gets tossed to the right side. George, did you catch that?
I did not. Here's the
Let's
replay.
watch it on replay. Oh, my gosh, what a great fake.
Did he put it? It looked like he put it in his gut.
Oh, he did.
Had it. I mean, it might as well have been in his shirt.
That's going to wrap things up for the first quarter. As you see the replay, as we'll tick it down and head to the second. Stay with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
Leading the world in yarn manufacturing and fiber technology, Parkdale Mills Plant Number 24 is located just 18 miles from Franklin and is the largest private employer in Raven County. With 29 manufacturing plants in the U.S., Mexico, and South America, the Raven Gap Parkdale plant leads all 29, with roughly 3 million pounds of yarn produced each week. Our American-made yarn is used in popular printed t-shirts such as Fruit of the Loom, Carhartt, Nike, and Under Armour. Offering real living wages and benefits, our average hourly employee earns over $40,000 annually, and we need talented people who are ready to shape the future of the textile industry. To join the Parkdale family, find us online at parkdalemills.com. Call us at 706-746-5004 or visit us in person at 815 John Beck Dawkins Road in Raven Gap, Georgia. We are Parkdale Mills.
Welcome back. Second quarter just about ready to begin. On this beautiful evening it has turned out to be. A little humid, did have a brief shower, but so far no lightning and no heavy rain. 1st and 10 at the 18. Winchester going to swing it out. It's Collins. Knocked down after maybe a yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Maroon Devils.
George, real quick, I want to shout out to the game sponsors tonight. Balsam West, Waya Agency, Jeff Clower and Mike Wood, Angel Medical Center, and Rick Van Gilder. Appalachian Telephone, that's Mike and Karen Carpenter. Van Drake, which has been Van Hook and Josh Drake. Food Line, Christy McGuire, McGuire Distributing, and Chris McGuire.
Actually lost a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Ball in the air. Secured, but going nowhere is Gabe Lilliard. He's going to lose a couple more. Going to push it back to the 24-yard line. 3rd down and long coming up, as that one was nowhere close to a quarterback Winchester. He's lucky Lilliard was there to catch it.
Big shout out to Motor Company Grill, Tim Crabtree for providing tonight's pregame meal. And also, real quick, want to shout out to one of our viewers, Grandpa Canada Roach. He is a grandfather to a friend of Davis Anders, Avery. They live down in Sugar Bosom, South Carolina, in the Greer area.
3rd and 15. Pitch goes nowhere. Austin Jenkins had no shots as he was body slammed for a loss of 3.
Look at this. Gets through there quick, does Daniel Hensley. That's what I mentioned at the top of the telecast. He is really good at shooting gaps and bringing pressure.
So 4th down and a country mile, 4th and 18. And will the Maroon Devils punt? Looks like they're going to keep the offense out on the field. It's at the 27 of the Panthers. Before the snap, whistles was the play clock.
Prior to the snap, timeout, Swain County. Their first timeout of the half.
Swain called timeout before the play clock went down to 0, so we'll take a break as well. Hang with us.
Locally owned and operated, Tipton Pharmacy is Franklin's hometown pharmacy and can fill all your prescriptions. If you need a compound or a regular prescription filled, stop by Tipton Pharmacy or use the convenient drive-thru. Tipton Pharmacy is located at 175 East Main Street in Franklin.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Welcome back. 4th down and 18 for the Maroon Devils as they had to call timeout instead of getting the penalty for a delay of game. Down to 20 on the play clock as Winchester settles in the gun.
Look for 81 here. 81.
Heaves one. Got a receiver wide open. Caught. Touchdown. Swain County, Josh Collins. Nobody around him.
What a killer there around the left side, right? What did he come out of the backfield? I was paying attention to 81.
Yeah, came out of the backfield.
Somebody missed an assignment. 4th down, darn.
Yeah, nobody there. Nobody within 10 yards.
So the Maroon Devils strike first, as we'll have the point after touchdown attempted. Had to get alignment on late here. Down to 10 on the play clock. We got plenty of time. Kick is up, got the distance, and the kick is good by Brendan Lanning. So it's the Maroon Devils on 4th and 18. Tacking on a touchdown and an extra point to go up 7-0 with 9:39 left. We'll take a break. Back after this. Hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here. Welcome back as Swain County gets ready to kick it away. Teeing it up is Lanning as he approaches the football. Plouffe along with Waldrew back deep. It's going to be Waldrew picking it up at the 15, up to the 20. And Waldrew snowed under at the 26. That's where the Panthers take over. 1st down and 10. Want to give a shout out to the class of 1972. They are here tonight. Roger Guest and the whole crew wants us here at FPSN to give them a shout out. So welcome, 50 years. They were part of the 71 conference champion football team. 1st down and 10 at the 26. It's Davis Anders now in the gun with a wing right and Ty Hanley. Hand goes to Ty. And he is slung down. And maybe gained a yard. I don't even know if he got that. Got to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. Glad that you are with us as we approach the top of the hour of 8 o'clock on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panther Sports Network. And in our description, in our post on both Facebook and YouTube, if you don't have the means to become a corporate sponsor but love what we do and want to contribute, you can with a PayPal link. It's in the description as the pass goes in the flat complete to about the 31-yard line. Out of bounds, Clayton Ginn gains about 5 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 for the Panthers.
To all my friends at home who enjoy the convenience, and you know who you are, you've told me, man, I don't even come anymore. I just stay at home in my shorts and T-shirt and lay on the couch and watch. That's great. It would have cost you $8 to come in here. You'd have spent 8 more on concessions, slap on, convenience fee. Drop that in that PayPal link, guys. Seriously, to all my friends in Macon County that watch this, give back to this program right here.
Pass complete. First down for the Panthers. Austin Shope up to the 40-yard line.
It takes a considerable amount of funds to take this show on the road. High-tech equipment, like shots like that right there. What a great job by Davis Anders, rolling to his right. He likes throwing off that back foot, Mike Wood.
He throws
pretty good at it.
BBs.
Yes, he does.
He's a catcher in baseball. I think he's going to play at Mars Hill, if I'm not mistaken.
That's committed to Mars Hill. Absolutely.
Good route by Ashton, and I'm real impressed with Anders' release, man. He is getting the ball out.
Quick throw in the flat. Clayton again
He
loses the football, and Swain County recovers.
So, Mike, I'm going to ask the question. That's our third fumble. Is it that wet down there on the field?
No, definitely not. I'm out here on 30 right now kicking around. No, I think that was a pretty good hit, spun around. You guys got the replay up there. You can see, but that's 3 darn turnovers. That's killing us, man, killing us.
Glaspie looks like he got his hand in there, 13, and stripped it away.
And then a nice little shot by 33, shoulder shot, which I think is what really jarred it loose.
Well, I chalk it up to physicality. So far, Swain has out-physicaled the Panthers in this first half, and that was a key coming into this one. Winchester fakes the handoff. Caught in the backfield, slung down for a big loss. That's a sack awarded to Israel Jackson and a loss of about 8.
Well, I was curious about this quarterback change they've made here, but number 5, Winchester, God, he is good. Mike, you always talk about the mesh point. He's made me believe at least half a dozen times tonight that he was giving the football to somebody he was not going to give it to.
He's hurt too.
He is hurt right now.
Looks like he got his ankle tied up in that tackle.
We got an injury on the field. 7:38 left. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
Join Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook. Locally owned and operated, Tipton Pharmacy is Franklin's hometown pharmacy and can fill all your prescriptions. If you need a compound or a regular prescription filled, stop by Tipton Pharmacy or use the convenient drive-thru. Tipton Pharmacy is located at 175 East Main Street in Franklin.
Welcome back. They helped the quarterback, Reese Winchester, off the field. And we'll see who Coach Holt sends out as his signal caller. And it appears it's going to be Gabe Lilliard, who will wind up at the gun on 2nd and 15. Right up the middle, big hole, gashing that Panther defense. Lawson Woodard gains about 13 of that 15 they needed to gain.
Watch right here what happens with that motion right there. Our linebackers 2 or 3 steps out of the middle of the field, Mike. Wide open up through there.
Yeah, that was a huge hole up the middle. Had to be a missed assignment because there wasn't any shoulder pads smacking in there. Even the running back, he kind of got to the line and said, oh my goodness, this is huge.
3rd down and 2. Under 7 minutes left. First half. Collins going nowhere.
Yeah, for once they make the wrong decision and they run right into number 74. That is Logan Deal. Big Logan. Okay. I didn't do my homework like Mike Wood, but I had to look that one up, guys. But big Logan Deal in there on the tackle.
So it's going to bring up a 4th down. That was a big play for the Panther defense. 4th down and 2, no gain. As the clock ticks down to 6:15 left here in the second. And looks like the Maroon Devils will punt it away. going to be Josh Collins, standing at about the 48. High. And gathered in at about the 10-yard line with a fair catch.
You got to give some props to my man back here behind us, Clinton Taylor, on these instant replays. Spectacular.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'll tell you this.
Working hard on that today.
Well,
worried about it all day. We had to tweak it a little bit.
Well, he's been Johnny on the spot, and I will tell you this: for 2 weeks in a row, and for longer, I've watched this. What we do here has started a trend, and some other schools are trying to pick this up. God bless them. We're really good at this. Is all I'm going to say. I'm just telling you, all the way around.
When you watch other stuff, you're kind of bored to tears, honestly.
Nobody has Mike Wood. Nobody.
Anders takes out, hands to Hanley, and Hanley is slung down at the line of scrimmage.
Guys, you know, in that film room, Swain County watched number 15 run it last week for run it 30 times. What do you have, 150 yards?
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah. And,
you know they're keen on that.
And I will tell you this, 80% of them were on that left side.
Yep. And we're fresh out there tonight. You know, no offensive line, defensive line going both ways. Coaches were excited about that.
Second down and 10. Hanley. Did he fumble it or was he down? The ball did pop loose. They're going to mark it back. And Hanley is slow to get up. Going to bring up a third down and about 9 as you see the replay.
Yeah, he fell right on the football, I think. Probably looks like he's trying to get his breath there.
Yeah, he was motioning, I was down, I was down. 4:45 left, third down and 9.
Your Swain defense, Mike, what are you looking for right here?
Well, you know we got to go to the air, don't we? I'd say a quick out on the right side. Here we go.
Pass complete, but he's not going to be anywhere close to the first down. Ashton Shope to about the 19. Panthers going to get up to 21. There was a flag, so we'll check the marker. They're going to stop the clock? Or was there a flag? They haven't stopped that. Now the clock is stopped. Okay.
You know, there's going to be some good football in the Smoky Mountain Conference this year, guys. Murphy probably, to me, the least impressive team that I've seen us play so far. I did not see us scrimmage Andrews, but I hear Andrews is the stuff. So, and probably favored to win. But Cherokee had a lot of fight, and this Swain team, again, much better than what some folks tried to tell me there a couple months ago.
High snap. Somehow he got it out of there. Don't know how. Going to be gathered in at about the 40 to the 39.
Wow, how did he get that out of there? It looked like they were all over it from my angle.
He got clobbered. I can tell you that much. If we see this instant replay, is that Ashton Shope?
Number 2's the kicker, yeah.
Yeah, it's Ashton Shope.
Yeah, he got clobbered. Matter of fact, I got to see this again to the point to where, wow.
And I don't think they got a piece of it.
No, they got a piece of him, though.
Yeah, they got a piece of him, but not of the football.
Wow.
So Josh is just asking the white hat, did he tip it? And he acknowledged yes. So, you know, he's open meat if they tip it.
Yeah. Not according to what we see.
It could have been a slight tip. Winchester back under center, and he's going to keep the football for about a 3-yard gain. Going to bring up second down and 8. Do have some scores coming in across Western North Carolina. This one's at the half. They started at 7 o'clock. T.C. Robertson on top of Smoky, 14-12. That one is at the half. Tuscola on top of Irwin, 14-6. That's also at the half. Andrews on top of North Buncombe 20-0. And Choctaw Central on top of Cherokee 24-0. Left side. And Collins going nowhere. Lost a yard. So 3rd and long now with 3 minutes left.
Collins certainly much more effective between the hashes than outside. But I do think we've made some adjustments here at the front, Mike. We've been able to get a handle on those big runs that were gashing us early.
Yeah, and then, they're all the defensive players are reading. They're not reacting. They are reading the key and practice a little bit slower than it is game speed. So it kind of looks like maybe we're catching up to game speed out there on the reads.
3rd and 9, Winchester. Drops. Plants. Heaves. Caught. 25. First down to the 20, make it the 19-yard line.
Number 81, Coach Haley was talking about he thought he was the best player on the field tonight, and he charged his end there to make sure he chips him, hits him, holds him up on every single play.
I'm not going to attempt that last name.
Nathan Bondowski. We'll say that. It's not spelled that way, but that's what we'll say. 2 minutes left. Apologize if one of his family members is watching tonight. Stood up at the line of scrimmage is Gabe Lilliard. No gain on the play. The roster that they gave us does not have height and weight. But yeah, he's a big boy. 2nd down and 10 for the Maroon Devils. 90 seconds left and fast moving. First half. We're just about 10 minutes past 8 o'clock, and this one is almost in the books.
Keeping them out of the end zone would be a huge victory for us.
Winchester sends a man in motion, grabs a snap, and Lilliard had to pick it up, and he's just going to slide safely at the 25 for a 6-yard loss.
Again, who greased the football down? I mean, is that not the 5th or 6th
It's
drop?
very humid.
Yeah.
It is very humid tonight. Did have a little brief shower before kickoff, about 7:20. But both teams have had.
That was just a botched handoff there.
They've had issues with holding the football.
I'm not sure Gabe knew he was supposed to get that, to be honest with you. Gabe Lillard, number 2 for Swain County.
Hey, doesn't Swain have a timeout left?
They have 2 timeouts.
They have 2 timeouts.
Let that clock spin.
3rd and 15. Swing pass. Brongowski, and he is going to be tackled at about the 16. That'll be a 6-yard long, or 6-yard.
What's going on here?
What's happening?
Wait, why are they not calling a timeout?
4th and 6. 12 seconds left. Yeah, that is odd.
So, must have a great kicker, I guess. They're gonna.
I saw the kicker warming up. I mean, no disrespect, but he wasn't that solid.
So we're gonna.
Yeah, but wouldn't you take a couple of pokes at the end zone?
Yeah, I couldn't quite figure that out. Minute 3, and I look up at the clock, it's spinning. You're telling me they got 2 timeouts, so.
But to be quite frank, Franklin has not even threatened to move the football on you.
No.
So it's not like you're trying to play keep away.
Yeah. I'll ask Jay at the half a little bit about that.
Just about 4 seconds left, 3.9. They burn their 2nd timeout. They're the Maroon Devils. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard here, and that means it's not up on our scoreboard just yet. But we're about to most likely have the final play of this 2nd quarter.
God, it's good to be back out here with you guys.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Since October 14th of last year.
I got to come to the games. I don't get invited to lunch. Oh, stoic Mike.
Now we've got more whistles.
Out.
So Franklin going to call timeout after seeing the alignment for Swain. So let's take a quick break as well. Back after this.
Locally owned and operated, Tipton Pharmacy is Franklin's hometown pharmacy and can fill all your prescriptions. If you need a compound or a regular prescription filled, stop by Tipton Pharmacy or use the convenient drive-thru. Tipton Pharmacy is located at 175 East Main Street in Franklin.
Out of the timeout, 4th down and 8 for the Maroon Devils. Winchester surveys the defense. Grabs the snap. Deep drop, being chased. Heaves to the end zone. And overshoots his intended receiver, Josh Collins, as the horn sounds. And that will do it for the first half of action here at the Panther Pit. Franklin and Swain knotted in a good one. Good 7-0 here at the break. Both teams will head into the locker room. And
good coverage by Bo Paulson, Mike.
Mike Wood will catch up with Jay Brooks. And we'll head down to Mike for the halftime festivities and the halftime interview.
Hey, thank you, George Byron. Here with Jay Brooks, offensive line coach. Jay, 3 turnovers in the first half, so only 7 points on the board. What are your thoughts?
I think our defense has played outstanding, first and foremost. They've bailed us out. We've had 2 going right around the 50-yard line and dumped both of those on the ground. At the end of the day, you can't turn the ball over against a good team and expect to win. And they've got those guys playing really well right now.
Yeah, it's really physical up front there. Looks like they're maybe winning the battle a little bit. Hey, 14, our star player, 2 fumbles. Is the mesh off, or I know he backed up a little bit this week?
I don't think the mesh is off. I think we've got to be high and tight carrying the ball at the end of the day, because I think that they're ripping at it just like we are. And you spoke to, I think they're winning the battle up front. They are, especially their defensive line versus us. We've got to do a better job. I mean, we got to man up when it just boils down to it.
And then, the veer out here they're running is a lot faster than we were doing in practice, but it looks like our defense has caught up to the speed a little bit.
I think that we have adjusted some to what they're doing, and they've got a really good scheme. And our like I said, I think the defense has kept us in the game. We're lucky that they don't have more than 7 points. We get the ball coming out, we've got something with it other than dumping on the ground.
Beautiful. Thanks for your time, Coach.
All right, Jay is going to head on into the locker room, and we're going to take a break. As coming up in about 4 or 5 minutes, we'll have the halftime festivities with the Marching Panther Regiment under the direction of Buddy Huckabee. We'll have a couple of songs that they'll play, and we'll get some halftime stats, get you set for the third quarter in just a few moments. Hang with us. Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Leading the world in yarn manufacturing and fiber technology, Parkdale Mills Plant Number 24 is located just 18 miles from Franklin and is the largest private employer in Raven County. With 29 manufacturing plants in the U.S., Mexico, and South America, the Raven Gap Parkdale plant leads all 29, with roughly 3 million pounds of yarn produced each week. Our American-made yarn is used in popular printed t-shirts such as Fruit of the Loom, Carhartt, Nike, and Under Armour. Offering real living wages and benefits, our average hourly employee earns over $40,000 annually, and we need talented people who are ready to shape the future of the textile industry. To join the Parkdale family, find us online at parkdalemills.com. Call us at 706-746-5004 or visit us in person at 815 John Beck Dawkins Road in Raven Gap, Georgia. We are Parkdale Mills.
We are Dalton's Christian Bookstore, North Carolina's largest Christian bookstore. We offer a wide range of gifts and apparel. Children will find a world of fun to explore in our interactive kids section. Dalton's has a huge inventory of Christian literature, including Bibles in all translations. Dalton's, your destination for inspiration.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.
Locally owned and operated, Tipton Pharmacy is Franklin's hometown pharmacy and can fill all your prescriptions. If you need a compound or a regular prescription filled, stop by Tipton Pharmacy or use the convenient drive-thru. Tipton Pharmacy is located at 175 East Main Street in Franklin. Join Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook.
Welcome back, folks, as you see the Panther marching regiment on the field. It's taken them a little bit longer than I had anticipated for them to come onto the field. And they're going to perform, according to Buddy Huckabee, one or two songs from their show called You Will Remember Me. It's a pirate show about two captains fighting for supremacy. We will let you enjoy the Panther marching regiment.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment this evening, please welcome the 2022 Franklin High School Marching Panther Regiment. The band is under the direction of Mr. Buddy Huckabee. The color guard instructor is Miss Jennifer Huckabee, and the percussion instructor, Mr. Daniel Ball, with drum major technician Cody Lee Keener. This year's halftime show is entitled You Will Remember Me, and it is the story of a battle for supremacy between two pirate captains. The band will begin their 6-week regional competition season on September 24th at the 35th annual Carr Philip McIntyre Tournament of Bands in Rock Hill, South Carolina. We will continue to compete every Saturday in North Carolina and Georgia until the end of October. Tonight, we're excited to give you a small taste of You Will Remember Me. Please be patient with us as we continue to wait on our prop construction, our arrivals of our freshman band uniforms, and invite you to join us each and every home game and in our competitions as we continue to add more music, props, acting, dancing, special effects, and formations to our show. We now have a special announcement. The Franklin High School Marching Panther Regiment has been invited to perform this January in Orlando, Florida at the Universal Studios Harry Potter Music Festival and Anniversary Celebration. And now, under the field leadership of Drum Major Jacob Cave, the 2022 Marching Panther Regiment.
By the time we talk to you again on September 30th, 28 days from tonight, they'll have their full show. And, of course, if all goes well, we don't have inclement weather, we'll bring it to you here on FPSN.
You know what sets high school and college football apart from all others, right, is the band.
Absolutely.
Man, a good band makes it so awesome. Buddy Huckabee does a tremendous job. But, the greatest thing that Mr. Huckabee did tonight and his band, if you were here early, or I don't know if it was on our telecast or not, but they led the crowd before the national anthem with the school song.
Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you, after being around countless sporting events over the last 20 years for Franklin High School, I'm glad to see, that's starting to come back. Kids are starting to sing it here and there. There's a long time I didn't hear it at all. I hope that is a tradition that Mr. Huckabee is starting here for these home games, is trying to get that going. So 2 thumbs up to Buddy Huckabee and his band.
Stay with us, fans. We've got some stats that we'll get to after we take a break. Stay with us.
Leading the world in yarn manufacturing and fiber technology, Parkdale Mills Plant Number 24 is located just 18 miles from Franklin and is the largest private employer in Raven County. With 29 manufacturing plants in the U.S., Mexico, and South America, the Raven Gap Parkdale plant leads all 29, with roughly 3 million pounds of yarn produced each week. Our American-made yarn is used in popular printed t-shirts such as Fruit of the Loom, Carhartt, Nike, and Under Armour. Offering real living wages and benefits, our average hourly employee earns over $40,000 annually, and we need talented people who are ready to shape the future of the textile industry. To join the Parkdale family, find us online at parkdalemills.com. Call us at 706-746-5004 or visit us in person at 815 John Beck Dawkins Road in Raven Gap, Georgia. We are Parkdale Mills.
Locally owned and operated, Tipton Pharmacy is Franklin's hometown pharmacy and can fill all your prescriptions. If you need a compound or a regular prescription filled, stop by Tipton Pharmacy or use the convenient drive-thru. Tipton Pharmacy is located at 175 East Main Street in Franklin.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Welcome back. 7-0 at the break. Maroon Devils over the Panthers in a very physical first half. Both teams got fumbleitis. Panthers turned the ball over twice, and so did the Maroon Devils. They turned the ball over twice. Here are some stats at the break, and one thing that really stands out there, more passing yards than rushing yards for the Panthers.
Yeah, that is, we're just having a tough time getting it going there with Ty Hanley and Daniel Inslee up front. And you heard Coach Jay Brooks talk about right now they're getting the best of us with their defensive line. Davis Sanders been able to connect with some receivers and give us a few yards that way, but that's something we've obviously got to change here in the second half. And outside of a red-hot first 2-3 minutes where Swain was just gashing us 14 yards at a time, I do think, as Mike and Coach Brooks pointed out, we started to catch up with the game speed, and it's been a little bit tougher for them to move the football throughout the second quarter. But they got off to such a great start, and they're probably a little bit disappointed too, George. You know, they have tripled our offensive output here in yardage, only 7 points to show for it. So our defense has stepped up on big plays and been able to shut them down. So, you know, look, 7-point game. We get the ball right here to begin the second half. Hopefully we can mix it up a little bit and get something headed downfield.
And so look at the halftime stats. Both teams are back out of the locker room. You see Swain at the top of your screen making their way onto their side of the field. They'll warm up. The Panthers are warming up as you see Davis Sanders. Did cut his hair, Byron.
He got it.
Surprised you there.
His grandpa he sent me a message last night, and that he cut his hair, and he said, I don't know what makes this boy tick. And I remind him Davis is good looking enough he could wear it any way he wants to. He's
I'm jealous.
Fine-looking young man, but
I have no hair.
He right. I don't have as much as he's got. Never did, to be honest with you. But I'm sure Tim Anders and Amy Anders at home are pretty happy to see. I don't know Tim is anyway. Tim, of course, big sponsor, Anders Custom Woodworking here on FPSN, and they're enjoying Davis's senior year. Committed to play baseball at Mars Hill, so everybody's excited, and Davis has got that weight off his shoulder. He can enjoy this senior football season.
Take a quick break. Kickoff is coming up next here on FPSN. Hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here. Welcome back. Time is ticking off the clock. And we are just about ready to begin the third quarter of action here at the pit. Glad that you're with us. George Young alongside Byron McClure and Mike Wood roaming the sidelines, our sideline analyst. He was in the locker room and is back out. How was the locker room feel, Mike?
It was really good. Coach Jay took to the grease board, worked on a couple of blocking scenarios, picked 4 or 5 plays, looked at those, make sure they knew the assignment. Josh and Anders went over some strategic play calling, but really calm. And then Josh looked at me and winked, said, we've been here before, so nobody's panicking, 7-0. But like you say, what do we have, 3 turnovers, and we're only down 7, so we ought to feel a little blessed.
Yeah, 3 fumbles, 2 lost, and it's been one of those nights, very humid. I went out of the press box, which the press box is pretty humid, but outside, especially out on the tarmac here below us, it is very humid. Very humid evening here at the pit.
Ty Hanley in shorts and wrapped up in ice, guys.
That's not good. Not good at all.
His night is over.
And Josh also talked to the running backs. He wants them running downhill a little bit harder. So we're going to try to make the round the corner a little tighter, guards pulling a little tighter, and get that thing going downhill instead of side to side.
Brendan Lanning is teed it up for the Maroon Devils. He approaches the football, and the third quarter is underway. And we've got flags as toe meets leather.
I believe some folks got ahead of him there before the kick. Back it up 5 yards.
So we'll do it again. The third quarter is not underway just yet.
You guys noticed neither team has been willing to kick it deep yet.
Pooching it. Both teams to about the 30-yard line. We saw last week Franklin kicked it deep, and I'm sure the same thing happened to Swain, kicked it deep to Smoky Mountain. And there was a kick return. They outkicked their coverage, got clogged, and sometimes that happens. And
I did a lot of coaching on that this week. Won't go detail, but we were getting stacked. We had 3 players right behind each other. So Josh talked about spreading out a little bit. But I think we got that tightened up.
Lanning again approaches the football, angles it.
Get us some good yardage.
At the 20. Waldrew fumbled it, but the Panthers are able to recover. 4th fumble so far in this ball game for the Panthers. And recovering, I believe, was Parker Cave. He was able to scoop that one up, and the Panthers take over at their own 30-yard line. Our scoreboard, which you see at the bottom of your screen, brought to you by Parkdale Mills Plant, 24, Raven Gap, Georgia. They're looking for talented people right now who are ready to shape the future of the textile industry. Now hiring is Parkdale Mills Plant, number 24, 706-746-5004, or online at parkdalemills.com. And when you log on to parkdalemills.com, look for plant number 24. And they have a lot of job opportunities, and they're playing well, folks. The first play from scrimmage out of the locker room is a yard gain, going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Braden Watts on the carry. Trying to see who's in the backfield here.
Should be Daniel Inslee and Watts is what they were talking at halftime.
I'm
yeah,
seeing
47.
I'm seeing Gabe Nickerson at the fullback.
47 and Watts, he's got
Good
it.
block there. Good
Watts
block.
at the 50, shakes the defender. Big run for Braden Watts, out of bounds at the 23.
Well, Braden eyeballed number 4, and he couldn't wait. He knew he was going to get caught by the angle of attack, but he wanted this collision.
Watch this seal block on the outside.
Gabe Nickerson, beautiful
That's
block
nice.
on the backer there.
Nice job, Gabe. Watch this, though. He's saying, now, come on. Yeah, I want some of that.
Marketed at the 22, officially 1st and 10. Panthers knock it on the red zone. 11:18 left, 3rd quarter. And goes to Watts again. Watts to the 19. Gains 3. 2nd and 7. Woodard in there on the tackle for the Maroon Devils. There may be something wrong with the clock. It has not started. And now they're whistling at the start, and there it goes.
Yeah, Gabe Nickerson has become a defensive specialist. We got Maddox Waldrop being helped off the field.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
Hate to see that. Let me just inform you, Maddox unable to play last year, his junior year. Excited to come back this year and got mono. Just now got cleared to come back.
I believe that puts Israel Jackson back in, doesn't it?
Most likely. That's who was playing there the first couple weeks. Yes, that's Israel Jackson.
52 is Jackson. He'll take his place. Under 11 minutes left. 3rd quarter. Watts. 3-yard loss. Shooting the gap for the Maroon Devils. Grady Lewis, a sophomore for Coach Holt. And he loses all the line that he had gained, the yardage he had gained, back to the original line as scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Panthers.
Shot the guard center gap there on the other side and come through and made that tackle.
Anders settles under center. Boot, got to get it out quickly, and it's incomplete as a man was bearing down on Anders. Aldrich was the intended receiver, going to bring up 4th down and 10. And they'll keep the offense out on the field. Daniel Inslee is checked in.
Kicker Daniel Riddle last week had a tough week. Missed one, had one blocked. Great kicker, though.
4th down and 10. 15 on the play clock. Riddle goes in motion, setting up a screen. 1st down at the 9.
Nice play call there, guys, huh?
That's a wonderful play call. Wonderful play call.
Man in motion, took the backer out a little bit, and then throw it to Paulson. They say he's got some of the best hands on the team. What a 4th down and 10 play to get the momentum going.
Nice play call.
It'll be 1st and goal. They're going to mark it at the 10-yard line.
Davis looked like he's practiced that a time or two. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Backside.
From the backside. And that's not the first time, Mike.
Yeah.
Daniel Inslee on the carry, and he got chopped down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and goal.
Daniel played a lot of running back in JV football, but yeah, just got beat. Man, it got beat inside.
Right up the middle, Braden Watts fighting.
Yeah!
End zone, touchdown. Woo! Franklin, Braden Watts, 10 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game.
Big offensive line there on the right side, just a big push, and Braden carried him into the zone for 6.
That was such a quick handoff. Watch this replay.
And he's not going to be denied. You know, guys, need we tell everybody, if you don't know, this kid's had 2 ACL tears in a very short high school career.
Riddle for the extra point. Got the distance, and it's good. We are tied at 7 with 9:02 left. 3rd quarter. There goes the cannon as we head to break. Stay with us.
Join Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook.
Welcome back. Franklin going to be teeing it up and kicking it away, and we appreciate you tuning in tonight. Got a lot of folks that are watching, and we appreciate you. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, build our audience. And if you're going to be here tonight and love what we do it like nobody else in the mountains and really probably in the state of North Carolina, unless it is Sinclair Broadcasting, and you would like to support us, we've got a PayPal link in our description, both on YouTube and on Facebook, and you can drop us a couple of quarters that go a long way to maintaining our equipment, upgrading, and possibly even going on the road and doing some more broadcasts than what we have already scheduled. But the Panthers have tied this game up at another pooch kick. He's got to get on it. Williard, I believe, on that far side. No, that is Josiah Glaspie. Glaspie is out of bounds at about the 33. Knocked out of bounds by Bo Paulson. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Swain County Maroon Devils. They're going to mark him up at the 35.
And, George, I just remind people, it does take money. We've got high-tech equipment, and then we also have some high-maintenance talent. Like Mike Wood down there.
High dollars.
High dollar.
Yeah.
But no, listen, if you please, if you're able to drop some money here for the FPSN broadcast.
Now, trust me, we don't make a lot of money to do this, so I can guarantee you that. Slung down as the quarterback for a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a sack. And I couldn't tell who it was for the Panthers.
Rain coming down
We've got some rain now falling. Uh-oh.
Doing good? Yeah.
Do what?
Okay. Rain coming down hard.
Rain is coming down. We've lost a couple of our cameras. Christine, is she okay? She's off. All right, so we're gonna be going with maybe 2 cameras here as the rain has started to come down. 2nd down and 12. Man goes in motion for the Maroon Devils. On the fake give, Winchester just gets as much as he can. He's able to get about 4 yards up to the 38-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and long now for the Maroon Devils.
And I am just so impressed with Winchester as a quarterback in this system, George. Such a good job with ball fakes and really, again, at least half a dozen times tonight has had me chasing the football in a part of the field it is not. And has some wheels when he turns it upfield.
Clock ticks down to about 7.5 left. 3rd down and long. Hand in traffic. 1st down and more. Glaspie almost broke it for 6 as he is shoestring tackled at the 41.
Dawson Plouffe saves the day. Watch this, number 7 coming across here, trying to figure out, and just gets a hand on the shoulder. Whew. Or that would have been 6.
That was the definition of a shoestring.
Yeah, we'll get you one. Hey, Wiley.
All right, we got Mike Wood back on. His mic's hot.
We'll turn you down.
Yeah.
7:08, clock ticks. First down for the Maroon Devils. Hand to Glaspie again, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Josiah Glaspie not able to find a seam. In fact, he lost a yard. It's going to bring up second down and 11 as the rain continues to fall. Looks like it has let up a tad bit. Folks have headed to the exits because of the rain. I don't think a lot of folks expected it to rain. And we'll check the radar here very quickly.
Mike Wood, can you hear us? Give us a sign up here.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, you're on.
Awesome.
I was putting on some rain gear.
I got you. You didn't hear all the kind things I said about you.
No, not many. I know that.
He'll go back and watch it and send you a text. Second down and 11. Pass complete, caught, and dropped immediately at about the 35-yard line. Willard was the receiver, and that's going to bring up a third down and about 4 for the Maroon Devils.
That ball's got to be squishy right now, guys.
Yeah, a little wet down here now, but like you said, it's letting up a little bit. That was a pretty good throw and catch. To me, it looked like the throw was a little high there. Number 8 jumped up and got it.
Definitely was high, which gave number 21 for the Panthers an opportunity to make the tackle.
Third down and 4. Long mesh. Collins is going nowhere. Winchester and Collins had the ball simultaneously for about, it seemed, 5 seconds before giving it up was Winchester to Collins, but he had nowhere to go, and he lost about 3 yards. Going to bring up 4th and long in the punting unit for the Maroon Devils.
Mike is a former quarterback. You're pretty impressed with Winchester's abilities back there?
Absolutely. A good ball handler. You know, he doesn't have much meat on his bones, it doesn't look like, but he definitely handling the ball well. Fooled us a couple times down here. Get it! Oh.
Almost blocked. Got it out of there. A high spiraling kick. Hits at the 10. Takes a Swain bounce, and they're going to mark it down to the 11-yard line. A nice punt under immense pressure.
Nice stand by the defense there.
7-7 with 4:50 left on our Parkdale Mills scoreboard. George Young alongside Byron McClure and Mike Wood, our sideline analyst. Now I'm trying to play meteorologist and bring up the radar that will not load on my phone.
You can't be any worse than the guys that get paid good money for it.
That
so
is
go
true.
ahead.
See if we can bring it up on. Yeah, we're right in the middle of it. It may have set in here. So it looks like some more is coming in from the Highlands area. Cell service is beyond terrible inside the Panther pit, and the Wi-Fi, I think, is maxed out. 1st and 10 at the 12. Anders now going to come to the sidelines as I think the Panthers had to burn a timeout. They did. A timeout on the field with 4:48 left. Let's take a break. Back after this. Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Locally owned and operated, Tipton Pharmacy is Franklin's hometown pharmacy and can fill all your prescriptions. If you need a compound or a regular prescription filled, stop by Tipton Pharmacy or use the convenient drive-thru. Tipton Pharmacy is located at 175 East Main Street in Franklin.
Welcome back. 4:48 left first quarter, or make that third quarter. First down and 10 at the 12-yard line after the Panthers had to burn a timeout. Some personnel issues, it seemed. Turn the music off. And they do at the last second as Anders going nowhere. So he took off to the near side. Second down. And they say he lost a couple. So that's actually a sack in the book. Second and about 12 for the Panthers. 4:30 left as that clock continues to tick. And something tragic has happened tonight. Mr. McClure forgot his phone. So if you're trying to get in touch with Byron and desperately wanting a shout out,
I'd say that I've got at least 20
he
sitting in
can't
an
do
inbox.
He can't do it right now. Yeah. He left it, and I think it was on purpose, honestly. Anders fires complete. It's Watts. Upended at the 15, falls forward to about the 17. Watts gains about 6, maybe 7 yards. Going to bring up a third down and about 5. I'll mark it right at the 16.
Mike, what is it about you and Friday nights and rain right now?
I don't know, man. I thought it was going to be a beautiful night. And, really, it's not that bad down here. It's just a mist. It's not coming down and drenching. Yeah. Ball obviously going to be a little wet. Grass is getting wet, but it's no big issue. Football.
3.5 left. Third down. Snap is rolled back to Anders. He's just going to have to fall on it. And that'll bring up a fourth down and the punting unit.
Wouldn't be surprised to see the quarterback and center to get a towel and stuff it down their trousers here as we move on.
So standing back to kick it away is Ashton Shope. Now I'm getting text.
Now.
Hey, why don't you give me a shout out? There's a good shot of the rain falling as it's a high, not too terribly deep kick, takes a Panther roll into Maroon Devil territory. And they're going to mark it at the 48. First and 10 for the Maroon Devils.
So they want to know why they couldn't get a shout out. I'm going to pick up your phone and say, because George doesn't like people. Who is this?
I don't have you on my phone.
This is his father. Oops. Here you go, George.
Thanks for joining us wherever you may be as we approach 9 o'clock. We're down to, I think, 2 cameras because of the rain. We're not going to leave our cameras out in the rain. They're very expensive. Fumble. Who's got it?
Uh-oh. Did we get it?
It looks like Franklin had it for a moment.
They're going to peel it back for a second.
Who's got it?
Who's strong? Who's the strongest?
Should be Franklin football.
Yeah. Israel coming out.
Israel Jackson comes out with it. So back-to-back plays, I think the rain has affected the football. We saw a botched snap and then a botched handoff, as it was very humid to begin with, and now we've got this light misty rain.
And I think Gabe Nickerson had it for a quick second, but Israel Jackson comes in on the back side of that pile, and he's got long arms, probably able to reach in there and scoop it.
Now I'm getting folks that agree with you, Byron.
which part? That's monumental. Somebody agreed with you?
Second.
So a timeout for Coach Josh Brooks. He's not very happy. Let's take a break. Back after this.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.
30-second timeout. Coach Brooks said what he needed to say as it is 1st and 10 for the Panthers after the turnover. To about the 45. There's Daniel Inslee. We got lots of whistles.
Now that ended up in the backfield. I'm sorry, I'll get out in a minute. But Daniel Inslee Mike would hit the hole that time. And that's the kind of speed that Daniel has.
Yeah, and there was a nice hole there by the offensive line, too, to get through. He busted through it like the coaches were asking. We need to break one of those here.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 as the rain continues to fall. Swing pass, was it behind the line of scrimmage?
Yeah.
They're going to say incomplete. It was a forward pass.
Complete pass, 3rd down.
As the official lets us know his mic is working now.
Here's a 3rd down for the Panthers.
Stops the clock with 1:35 left on the Parkdale Mills scoreboard. You know, Parkdale is committed to creating innovative solutions for the textile industry, which improves lives and sustain planets. Parkdale Mills, plant number 24. They're hiring right now for some great jobs. Find them online and inquire about hiring opportunities. Through the hands of his intended receiver. He had to climb the ladder, though, as Anders was trying to hit Clayton Ginn. That's going to bring on the punting unit on 4th and 6.
Already blown through another quarter practically, too, guys.
90 seconds left here in the third as the rain continues to fall. If you just joined us, we got that wide shot there that you are looking at, almost went to a knee. Nice kick. Hits at the 15 and out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
Dandy punt, Ashley.
Shope able to almost get to that coffin corner. But with the rain falling, we've brought in a couple of our cameras, so we don't have as many angles. But we're going to have an exciting fourth quarter either way, with the rain coming down. And now Swain County backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost at the 7-yard line. 1st and 10. Coach Sherman Holt, first year at the helm, taking over for Coach Blankenship. Played at Appalachian State. Did Sherman. You know who I feel for? I just thought about this. After this play, I'll let you know, Byron.
I bet I know.
And nothing doing right up the middle. Gary Ayers and the boys are on the opposite side, on the visitors' side stands, filming this game, doing commentary, because Franklin High School wouldn't let him into the booth for whatever reason. And so they're over there out in the elements. And Gary came up, talked to me before you got here. I feel for him now. They've got some expensive equipment for the Maroon Devil Network over there out in the rain.
Truth be known, you and I need to be booted. Gary belongs in here, right?
There's no doubt. Nothing doing once again. Gabe Lilliard going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Maroon Devils. Now ticking under 30 seconds left.
Yeah, hold them right here, guys. We'll flip the field on them. We'll get real nice field position. I think you're right here, just from the film I've watched and talking to the coaches, 3rd and long, you got to look for number 81 if he's in the game, the tight end. Very athletic. They'll release him right down the middle of the field. Big play right here for the Panthers.
The clock's ticking down, as you see on screen, so we're going to head to the fourth quarter in a tie game. Stay with us.
Leading the world in yarn manufacturing and fiber technology, Parkdale Mills plant number 24 is located just 18 miles from Franklin and is the largest private employer in Raven County. With 29 manufacturing plants in the U.S., Mexico, and South America, the Raven Gap Parkdale plant leads all 29, with roughly 3 million pounds of yarn produced each week. Our American-made yarn is used in popular printed t-shirts such as Fruit of the Loom, Carhartt, Nike, and Under Armour. Offering real living wages and benefits, our average hourly employee earns over $40,000 annually, and we need talented people who are ready to shape the future of the textile industry. To join the Parkdale family, find us online at parkdalemills.com. Call us at 706-746-5004 or visit us in person at 815 John Beck Dawkins Road in Raven Gap, Georgia. We are Parkdale Mills.
Fourth quarter about to begin. 12 minutes up on the scoreboard. The rain has picked up here at the Panther Pit. Was just told in the break we have redeployed one of our cameras. Gave him some ponchos and redeployed Phillip out on the roof. But the rain now is coming down and some folks are heading to the exits as you see on that wide shot. 3rd down and 10 for the Swain County Maroon Devils. They are backed up at their own 7-yard line. Winchester directing traffic. In the gun. Grabs the snap. Now going to take off. And he's slung down.
Wow.
All the way back at the 2-yard line, then a late flag.
Israel Jackson busts through.
Is it a face mask?
Penalty marker down.
It was the far side official that threw it. Here comes the white hat.
Maybe a hold. Oh, no. What do we got here?
See if his mic is working in the rain. Face mask against the Panthers. That's a biggie. That'll be an automatic first down. And I don't know if we got a good angle at this with our limited cameras. We had a lot of humanity between the camera and the tackle. But you can't really tell on that angle.
Man.
1st and 10.
That's a
for the Maroon Devils at the 16 after the penalty. Nothing much doing for Glaspie, Josiah Glaspie, the junior. I don't think he gained a yard. Watson there, 11 and a half left, 4th quarter. Tied up. Panthers scored a touchdown in the 3rd quarter to tie it up. Swain picked up their touchdown in the first half, so it's been a slobber knocker. And you would expect that between these two teams. Second and 10. Reese Winchester will send trips to the near side. And one receiver up top. Claps, grabs that snap, takes off. Finds the corner. Picks up the first down and tackled at about the 34. Pushing him out of bounds, Dawson Pluth, along with a couple other Panthers. Will stop the clock briefly. Move the chains, 10:51 left.
Man, what an unfortunate series of events. Instead of 4th and 15, 17, these guys have eked it out all the way to the 33-yard line. And a first down.
At the 32, rain continues to fall. Again, a long mesh between him and Collins, almost a strip. Somehow he slithered through there, did the quarterback. Winchester for about a 9-yard gain.
Well, they are built for this right here, aren't they, Mike Wood?
Yeah, definitely. You know, that offense is tumbling now. We need a good break here, a little fumble, something like that. It's wet out here, definitely. But like you said, I heard you take a deep breath, man. That face mask down there on the end zone for us, that would have flipped the field. Whether we go take it in or not, who knows, but
that's
heartbreaker.
Tough.
I don't think he got the first down.
It's a big play right there.
Josiah Glaspie is pushed back. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3. 2.5. 9:27 with a moving clock here in the 4th quarter. As we're just past the top of the hour of 9 o'clock. Update in the 4th quarter. TC Robertson up on Smoky Mountain, 21-12.
Panther D got to stiffen up right here, guys.
As the windows in here starting to fog up. So humid. 3rd down. Quarterback takes off. Still spinning. It's going to depend on the spot.
No, he didn't. Forward progress did not get him there. No way.
Going to be 4th down and a yard.
How about that Panther D stepping up right there, guys? Come on.
Big. And let's see. Braden Watts was the first one in there, along with Logan Deal. Nice job. Sort of slow Winchester up.
So Swain will punt it.
You come after this one? Uh-oh.
He got it out of there.
Peter!
Going to take a Panther roll. back to the 45. A great field position as the rain continues to fall and looks like it is set in here in the fourth quarter. Look at that shot. The rain falling here at the Panther Pit. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left. Tie game. Panthers take over at their own 45-yard line.
A lot of responsibility falling on the shoulders of Daniel Inslee and Braden Watts. Of course, Braden not in there. Yeah, actually he is. Daniel Inslee in as the lone back.
He'll get the call. Out a 5-yard gain for Daniel Inslee. Collins in there on the tackle. It's going to be a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. As we tick under 8 minutes left, 7 minutes, 50 seconds in a tie game. If you just joined us, the rain started about 15 minutes ago. It has picked up in intensity as we have gone on into the ninth. Quick hitter. Fumble. Or was he down? The whistle blew, and they'll say Watts was down after maybe a yard gain.
It's just tough right now, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, these guys are sweating like crazy. The ball's wet, grass is wet, intensity's up. You got to love Josh. And, hey, let's give a shout-out to Kelsey Averett. I may say wrong. Ball girl. 2 girls aren't here tonight. She's handling it by herself, the water girl. Great job.
3rd and 3. Still fighting. Daniel Inslee is going to gain 2, but he's still going to be about a yard shy. 4th down.
We got guys running free. I can't tell where they're coming from, but.
Yeah, again, Collins right now, look where he lines up. And that's where he's lined up, and he come across deep and made that tackle.
Marking back at the 49. I thought he got down to about the 47.
And they got 9 guys within 4 yards of the ball. Not enough to block them. Uh-oh. Come on. Got it.
Nope, he's going to be a yard shy.
It was a good call. Davis lost his footing around that corner and made the necessary move, but we'll watch it right here on replay. Yep, that last little shot by Winchester maybe was enough to get Davis in a position off balance. He just had to dive and came up short.
Turnover on downs. Swain takes over at their own 48-yard line with 6:24 left on the Parkdale Mills scoreboard. George Young, Byron McClure, Mike Wood, glad you're with us. Oh, it has turned out to be a wet evening. Rain has let up just a tad bit. Collins. 9 yards right up the gut for Josh Collins. Mark it back at the 45, so officially 7 on the carry.
You're definitely thinking about punching at that football, but you got to make the tackle too. Right here, every yard counts.
Under 6 minutes left. Collins tackled from behind by Inslee, and he's going to lose a couple.
Big play by Daniel Inslee right there to put them in a little bit longer of a 3rd down situation. Watch him here shoot the gap again and comes up with the big tackle.
Lost 2 yards. It's going to be a 3rd down and 4. 5:20 left. Winchester in the center receives the snap. Hands off. Fumble. It's picked up by Inslee. Panthers have it at the 40-yard line of the Maroon Devils.
What a break.
How about that break, guys?
What a break.
What happened? I was cut. I couldn't quite see on the other side of the field.
Here's
happened?
the replay. I couldn't exactly tell either.
Collins makes one last cut to turn it upfield right. Well, actually, no. I take that back. That was stripped by Logan Deal.
Yep.
Logan Deal just with the left hand punch around the front, Mike, frees that ball up. Big play by Logan Deal.
5 minutes exactly left of this one. Tied at 7. Panthers have it. In traffic, Inslee fighting down to the 36. If you just joined us, Ty Hanley, you have not heard us call his name or seen his 15 on screen. He is not dressed here in the second half. He injured his shoulder in the first half. In fact, has a towel on his head as I look down on the sidelines. We have not seen Ty Hanley, the leading rusher for the Panthers, the first 2 weeks. Inslee has picked up the slack. Seen Watts carry it. And there is Braden. No gain for Braden Watts.
Boy, they were in our face quick right there. That could have been a 3-4 yard loss. Instead, we'll have another third down play of about, 7 yards?
Yeah, it's going to be third down. Yes, 7.
What are we going to dial up here?
Well, you know, with history, we've been with Josh a lot of years. This is 4-down territory for sure.
Clock ticks. Bootleg. Pass.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got the
Here
flag.
comes the flag.
Yep.
As Winchester collided with Ben Waldrop in the air, and that'll be a PI on the Maroon Devils.
Nice little rollout, Davis off that back foot. Ben Waldrop. I tell you what, Ben's got impeccable timing when it comes to the football, doesn't he? Meets that thing at his apex of his jump, meeting the ball, but the Swain defender got there a little too early with the shove. And Panthers, man, what a crazy night. Yeah. We're sitting here 3.5 minutes with a first down right just outside of the red zone.
And the rain continues to fall at the pit. It looks like it is coming down about as hard as it has all night. Whistles. It looks like some motion on the end. Or is it going against the Maroon Devils? False start.
Yeah, it'll be on us.
5-yard penalty.
It'll be on the Panthers. But again, to the point, in a first quarter, guys, first 5 minutes, I'm thinking, whoa. They were just slashing us, and here we are with 3.5 minutes, and we are in control. We are in control of this football game now. We don't need 5-yard penalties, but we are in control with only 3.5 minutes to go.
Well, you get a couple of more first downs or maybe just 10 yards, you're in field goal range, but you've got to also consider the conditions with this rain coming down about as heavy as it has all night. 1st and 15. Out of bounds over the head of his intended receiver who was trying to hit Watts was Anders. 2nd and 15.
Coverage was tight right there. Really not a lot of places to go.
Looks like the rain could pick up in the next 15 minutes. We've got some yellow moving our way. But if you just joined us, we had to, I think, officially bring in most of our cameras except for our center shots. We have to reset the clock here as it continued to roll. And they didn't stop it. I think that's what the official is waiting on them to do over here. Don't know if the clock operator knows what to put up on the clock. Now 3:31 officially is going to be put up on the scoreboard clock as the play clock starts to tick. We're down to 20 seconds left. No gain, maybe a yard for Daniel Inslee. 3rd down.
Closes down quick.
Swain County, their first time out of the half.
Swain wants to talk about it.
And we'll take a break. Stay with us. Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make
is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
It's the play.
Welcome back. 3:28 left. 3rd down, 15. Tie game. Rain coming down. Band across the way for the Maroon Devils having fun. I think the Panther marching band has headed to the locker room. There's the marching band. They're having a ball over there in the rain. Just got to embrace it at this point. If you're wet, you're wet. You're not going to dry off. 3rd down, 15. Shotgun for Anders. Working quickly. They wanted to set up the screen again. Now just going to have to throw it out of bounds. Swain snuffed that one out. 4th down, 15. Or is it 3rd down? They've got 3rd down across the way.
Should be 4th.
It looks like it's going to be 3rd down. Oh, we did have a flag. I did not see the flag, so it will be officially now 4th down. They called a illegal man downfield. It was supposed to be a screen, so that makes sense.
Oh, here we bring Daniel Riddle.
Field goal attempt. This one's going to be a long one. 44 yards. Daniel Riddle to attempt. 44-yarder. Bad snap. No shot. Swain takes over at their own 40-yard line with a chance to win with 3:20 left.
That thing, snap never got off the ground, guys.
Second bad snap of the night, as the rain does look like it is slacked off. But it is wet out there for sure. And the balls are soaked at this point because we've had a steady rain for almost 30 minutes.
Am I allowed to ask for another fumble right here?
Absolutely.
Winchester, shotgun again. Wings to both sides, hands to Josh Collins. They're fighting for it. Collins fighting for yardage. Panther defenders fighting for the football. And Collins gets the best of that deal as he gains about 6 yards.
Brings up 2nd down for the Maroon Devils.
Seen a lot of good sportsmanship out here tonight from both teams. A lot of picking up, patting on the head. Whether you like that or not, it's happening tonight. I love to see it.
I like it when they knock the crap out of each other and do it. And that's what's been happening.
Yep.
Down to 2:48. 2nd down and 5. High snap. Collins gets the carry. Push back after a 2-yard gain. 3rd down. 3rd down at about 4.
I know some kids are going to sleep well tonight. You know how much more effort it takes to play in this kind of stuff right here?
Knotted up at 7 apiece. Most likely going to snap this ball under 2 minutes. 15 on the play clock as Swain now will approach the line of scrimmage. 48 of the very own. Bad snap. Who's got it? Franklin football.
Oh, Coach Holt does not agree. He is. Oh, this could get ugly. Let's see. All right. Nobody's got it.
No, it pops loose. Yeah.
I mean, nobody possessed it. The
Here's
ball.
Another shot. It was a low snap. hit his knees.
It's still squibbing around. Nobody's got it.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm sorry. You don't have a leg to stand on, my friend. The ball's down, but somebody's got to have it.
The Panthers officially have it at their 38-yard line. Somebody's getting pulled over on Wyatt Street. Hand goes right up the middle. Big hole.
Hang on to the football.
Daniel Inslee gains about 8. Do have a break looking at the radar. Do have a break in the rain. Still maybe a little bit of a miss, but definitely not coming down like it was. Down to the 31. Inslee 2 yards shy of the line to gain. Clock is a ticket down to 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Inslee. Maybe a yard. 3rd down and a yard. Now under 60 seconds left. Folks are stopped out on Wyatt Street watching the game. Blocking traffic. Looks like we've got, is it a timeout or an official's timeout?
I think Josh asked for a measurement, I believe, yeah.
It's
I didn't think it was that close.
it's pretty smart.
I've seen him call it over the years many a times. Refs won't give it to him. Let's look over at him.
There might be some review here.
All right, if it's short, it's 3rd down, right? If it's short, it's 3rd.
And the official's got his mic hot. I mean, I want to turn that off, especially if he's near the huddle. The 1st down for the Panthers.
All right. Josh got a timeout and a 1st down out of that. Kid Neat's giving the hot mic signal.
Turned him down on our board so he wouldn't get any. I think he still got it on, honestly. All right. 1st and 10. Clock starts to tick. To the 22. There goes Daniel Inslee. Down to 38 seconds. As you can see on our Parkdale Mills scoreboard, Panthers have 1 timeout left. Maroon Devils 2 timeouts. In the yellow dashes. Down to 28 seconds. Inslee falls down
slipped.
at the 22.
Slip.
Timeout Panthers. Stops the clock. 18.9 left.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
It'll be 3rd down. 2 yards to go after the Panthers use their final timeout. Stop that clock. So, you've got a decision to make if you're Coach Josh Brooks. The rain now picking back up. It's 3rd down and 2. You have no more timeouts, even though we're still showing a timeout on our scoreboard. They haven't updated the scoreboard here in the booth. The rain now is picking up. Oh, man, it may be as heavy as it has come down.
Do you run to the middle of the field for a field goal, or you take a shot in the end zone, Mike?
That's the question.
Well, you got to think about stopping the clock, right?
Yeah, that's the issue.
You got 18-9. I sell insurance for a living, but I think you got to put it in the air towards the sideline. No timeouts left. Daniel does have the leg to make it from here. Now we're in a little bit of heavy rain right now with the snap, and the hold. A lot of factors, but the young kid's got the leg. I'm nervous.
I am too. I would love to see us release Bo Paulson right here and throw it.
You just keep selling software about
I'll do it. Watch this. Bo Paulson's getting ready to score, Mike.
Pass over the head. Incomplete. So 4th down and 2. 14 seconds left. I don't think the play was there, and Anders just heaved it out of bounds.
Yeah, he can't really get a grip on it. You can tell up there, he shot putting it a little bit and not spinning it. But,
man,
here we go, man. I root for the kid. He had a tough week last week over at Cherokee. Missed a field goal, extra point, got one block. The kid's got the leg.
In a driving rainstorm, 38-yarder about to be attempted, but we've got a timeout call. They're going to try to ice the kicker as Daniel Riddle had lined it up. Swain calls a timeout. Maybe the rain will let up. It looks like it may just have a tad.
Looks like it did slow up just a little.
And looking on the radar, it's just scattered all across the immediate area. It's not as yellow as it was.
If we could can this field goal and me get to the truck before the rain picks up, that's a win. It's a Friday night win for me.
Well, I don't have anything to worry about because I don't really have any hair that may get messed up. But you've got luscious locks. Over
yeah,
here,
no. I've got a top of my head looks like a possum's belly.
Let's chat about Daniel Riddle before he rips this one. So the way he was found as a kicker, he was a soccer player, and the coaches and JV asked him to come out and try out. They filmed it, and he's kicking 40, 45-yarders. Joined the team last year, never played football. Let's root for this kid to get one through the goals.
Rain's picking back up, as you can tell.
I love my chances right here with him. We just have to get the football to him.
Out of the hold of Ashton Shope. Daniel Riddle to attempt a 38-yarder to take the lead. It's up. Hooking left. No good. The clock did not roll. Now it's rolling. And about 2 seconds went off the clock. 12 seconds left. And Swain will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Planted that foot, and that's what's tough. You've got wet turf. You got the rain dropping. You plant that leg, and sometimes it's hard to finish, to drive on through that right there, Mike, right? I mean, you imagine him sort of trying to pull up and make sure he doesn't slip.
Yeah.
And there he tugs it left.
And he was working for acceleration. That leg had to accelerate to kick it 38 yards. So tough spot, man. I was rooting hard.
Now the rain really coming down. We can hear it on the roof here.
Got
Swain will have it.
Watching, don't we, George?
A few folks. Just check the stats, and that's going to do it. We're going to go to overtime, fans. Overtime here at the pit. Let's take a break, come back, and reset things right after this.
Leading the world in yarn manufacturing and fiber technology, Parkdale Mills Plant Number 24 is located just 18 miles from Franklin and is the largest private employer in Raven County. With 29 manufacturing plants in the U.S., Mexico, and South America, the Raven Gap Parkdale plant leads all 29, with roughly 3 million pounds of yarn produced each week. Our American-made yarn is used in popular printed t-shirts such as Fruit of the Loom, Carhartt, Nike, and Under Armour. Offering real living wages and benefits, our average hourly employee earns over $40,000 annually, and we need talented people who are ready to shape the future of the textile industry. To join the Parkdale family, find us online at parkdalemills.com. Call us at 706-746-5004 or visit us in person at 815 John Beck Dawkins Road in Raven Gap, Georgia. We are Parkdale Mills.
If you want to go out there, you may be able to get this toss of the coin. All right, we're back. Headed to OT. Let me get the officials' mic here.
Gentlemen, congratulations on a great 4 quarters. After regulation, we are tied. We will go to overtime. Each team will have one opportunity to possess the ball at the same goal line, unless the defense scores a touchdown or a safety, in which case the ball game will be over. Each team will have one timeout per series. If after the end of the series it is still tied, we will come together one more time for options, and then after that we will just keep going back and forth until we have a winner. Gentlemen, do you have any questions for me? All right, Swain, you're visiting. You can call the coin flip. That's heads, that's tails. Tails and heads. What's your call? Heads. Heads is the call. Heads. It is a head. Swain, you have won the toss. What would you like?
Go to first.
You want defense?
Sure.
Okay, you have defense. Which end do you want to play at? You pick. We're going to play at this end. All right, Franklin, you guys are here with me. Franklin will first contend at the 10-yard line.
Swain County going to put the pressure on the Panthers right off the bat, guys.
What's your opinion on that, Byron? Take the ball or defense? What do you like?
Well, it depends on how the game's gone, and it with the way it's went for Swain tonight. I think that's the right call. Panther offense has struggled tonight, move the football against Swain, and Swain can get real comfortable with their 4 downs if they can shut us out right here. So probably the right call, but definitely dependent on, if I'm a high-powered offense, I want to go ahead and score and put the pressure back on them. But there's not many high-powered offenses on this field tonight.
First down at the 10. Nothing. Daniel Inslee pushed back. He may have lost a yard. Now with the driving rain, do you attempt a field goal if you do not punch it in? That's the big question.
I think you have to, don't you?
Yeah, you have to. Absolutely.
Got to get some points on the board.
Yeah, you got to put some points on the board, which limits their number of downs on their side, right? I mean, ideally.
So second and goal at the 10. Shotgun for Davis. Batted down to the line of scrimmage. Third down.
Been invaded. Yeah. Big play there by Collins. You see Davis trying to dry his hands off again. I'm sure everything on these guys is absolutely soaked.
Third and goal. Panthers yet to gain a yard in this overtime frame. Swain will have it next, as they won the toss and elected to go on defense first. Anders takes off. I don't know if that was a busted play or a design run. About a 3-yard gain. It'll be 4th and goal from the 7. There comes the field goal unit.
It looked designed the whole time. I saw Daniel Inslee coming. You had Braden blocking.
Yeah, I saw him working on that quite a bit this week at practice. Definitely designed.
24-yarder for Riddle. Kick is up, got the distance. It's good.
Nice.
Riddle nails a 24-yard field goal to give the Panthers their first lead of the night, 10-7. In the first overtime frame, now Swain will come out offensively. The Panthers will put their defense on the field. We'll be playing at the same end of the Panther pit. As you can see, it is soaking wet as the rain continues to fall. It started about 8:45. It was a light mist, and then it really started to pick up. A lot of folks have hit the exits.
Will another fumble decide this game?
Touchdown wins it for Swain. Swain County, touchdown. As the quarterback, Reese Winchester, 10 yards out, and Swain has defeated the Panthers. 13-10 the final in overtime in a driving rainstorm.
Good high school football game, guys. Hard-hitting game. Both teams gave great effort. Overtime, you can't ask for more other than the Panthers getting the win.
13-10 the final here at the Panther Pit. A crushing defeat at the hands of the Maroon Devils, after the Maroon Devils had a crushing defeat on their home turf last week against Smoky Mountain. Both teams will now shake hands at midfield, and that's going to put a wraps on our first broadcast of the 2022 campaign. But unfortunately, we won't talk to you for another 28 days. It won't be until September 30th that we'll have a YouTube Live and Facebook Live stream. That'll be Hall of Fame night as Franklin hosts the Pisgah Black Bears here at the Pit. That'll be the first of 4 to end the season that we'll have here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. It's a week off for the Panthers next Friday, and then road trips to East Flat Rock to play the East Henderson Eagles, and then to Waynesville to take on the Tuscola Mountaineers. Final thoughts? Oh, you've taken your headset off. Sorry. Sorry, Byron.
George knows I'm trying to get to the truck.
That slacked off just a tad bit.
Thoughts? That was a tough fought football game, and I'm going to say this. First of all, hats off to Swain County. I know they had a heartbreaker last week, and they come in here and they had a game plan. They executed well. Panthers started off slow, caught up defensively, and were able to really stall out the Swain County offense, but just struggled to get points throughout the night. And when the rain set in, it made it that much tougher. But this is not a shoot 'em out ball game where the scoreboard lights up, but I agree with Mike. This was fun with a lot of big plays that we were hanging on every minute. And I got to be honest with you, when the football's squirting out all the time, it makes it a little bit fun anyway, right, for the viewer. But not so much fun when you're on our side and it's squirting out from the Panthers. But again, I say all that in the backdrop is Ty Hanley. So far, your offense, the only offense you've had for 2 weeks, does not play, and
in the second half, yeah.
In the second half, and we gotta wonder what that means moving forward for this Panther team. But gutsy down the stretch. There'll be some kids sleep well tonight on both sides.
13-10 the final. Thanks to all the folks that tuned in. We had a bunch in that overtime frame that tuned in. And if you like what we did tonight, enjoyed our broadcast in your living room or wherever you may be, and you cannot be a corporate sponsor, don't have those means, but you'd still like to support our broadcast, do have a PayPal link. It is up on our Facebook page 24/7. It's also in the description on Facebook and YouTube of this live post of Franklin and Swain. For our entire crew who braved the elements tonight, for Byron McClure and for Mike Wood, I'm George Young. So long, everybody.
Leading the world in yarn manufacturing and fiber technology, Parkdale Mills Plant Number 24 is located just 18 miles from Franklin and is the largest private employer in Raven County. With 29 manufacturing plants in the U.S., Mexico, and South America, the Raven Gap Parkdale plant leads all 29, with roughly 3 million pounds of yarn produced each week. Our American-made yarn is used in popular printed t-shirts such as Fruit of the Loom, Carhartt, Nike, and Under Armour. Offering real living wages and benefits, our average hourly employee earns over $40,000 annually, and we need talented people who are ready to shape the future of the textile industry. To join the Parkdale family, find us online at parkdalemills.com. Call us at 706-746-5004 or visit us in person at 815 John Beck Dawkins Road in Raven Gap, Georgia. We are Parkdale Mills.
Locally owned and operated, Tipton Pharmacy is Franklin's hometown pharmacy and can fill all your prescriptions. If you need a compound or a regular prescription filled, stop by Tipton Pharmacy or use the convenient drive-thru. Tipton Pharmacy is located at 175 East Main Street in Franklin.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.